Good morning students. Today we'll discuss about patient information leaflet. So this is important question you can expect for a 2 marks. Write about patient information leaflet or what is pill. Patient information leaflet. What are the contents of the patient information leaflet? What is the definition? We'll discuss in this. What first is the definition, then what are the contents, then the next class will discuss what are the design and layout of the pills. Okay, this is a very simple topic yet important. So the half unit was about patient counseling and the next one is about patient information leaflet. So you might already know, as the name indicates, patient information leaflet. It is a paper which will contain the information regarding the medication. So it will be just not the medication but in detail. So what all it contains in detail we will discuss now. Coming to the definition, patient information leaflet is a technical document included in every medicine package to offer written information about the medication. So you are having the medication information which is written on a paper. That written information is about how to use the medication, what are the uses, benefits, side effects, etc., dietary instructions, everything. So it is a technical document included in every medicine package to offer written information, because sometimes whatever the oral information is given to us by the pharmacist or by the physician we may not be able to remember it or hold it for a long time. So in order we can refer this information anytime, these pills provide a very advantageous to the patients, and they act as supplementary to counseling. So as I've told you, patient counseling, right, though they are supplementary means what's extra, addition. Why they are acting as addition to counseling? Because in counseling you will get all the information you need by the pharmacist. He will tell you orally also, and he will supplement that information. That information is supplemented with your pills which is included in every medicine package. So it acts as a supplementary to counseling. They are provided by the manufacturer following a standard template. So what there is a standard design. That design is followed by every manufacturer and they provide the pills, and all the pills will consist of about same type of information. What do you mean by same type of information? Here the same type of medication information means information regarding the dose, benefits, uses, side effects, dosing instructions, okay, any storage instructions. So all the pills will contain the same type of information and they are included in every medication package. So this is with pill. Next we'll see the advantages. What do you mean by the advantage? What are the advantages of patient information leaflet? So what advantage you can tell? Helps in filling knowledge gaps. Whenever you have some doubts which is restricting your knowledge, so that can be filled by reading or by giving a look at your pill. So that will help in filling the whatever gaps you have or whatever doubts you have. So in a way it is helping in filling of the knowledge gaps. The next, patient can read pills at their own convenient time. See, when we are in counseling stage, whenever we are in pharmacy, so whatever information pharmacist is providing, we have no other option than listening at the same time when he is instructing us. So that time only we should be alert and informative. But in case of pills, whenever you feel of reading it, whenever you have your own time, you can sit in your own place and read at your own convenient time. So that is the main advantage of having a patient information leaflet. Next, it will contain specific information. It contains specific information about the medical conditions, doses and side effects. So this I already told you. It will contain specific information about which medical condition you are using, which drug, how it works, what are the dose it is used to treat in that condition, what are the side effects experienced with that particular dose, and what will happen if you take overdose, what is the disadvantages on side effects of overdose. That all will be listed in your pills. Okay, so next we'll see about contents of pill. This can also be asked for 2 marks or 5 marks question. Write about the contents of patient information leaflet. Very simple. Just first we'll see the side headings and then we'll discuss about it. So they will contain indication of the medicine, the therapeutic indication of the medicine, information necessary before taking the medicine, dosage instructions, description of side effects, additional information. All these will be listed in your pill. First, coming to the indication of medicine. That means you are here you are showing medicine is indicated for which particular disease, for which particular condition, how it works, what is the name of the disease, what is the name of the drug, what is the name of the active substance. Active ingredient is nothing but API. When we see in formulations and pharmaceutics, we have discussed API, right? This is a therapeutic agent. So that is your active substance which is shown to, which shows results or which is effective in that particular condition. What is the name of that drug? For example, quinine is an anti-malarial drug. So quinine is an active substance, and what is its use? It is an anti-malarial. Then what is the strength of the drug? What is the concentration? For example, it contains 5 mg, 10 mg, right? But the total weight of the tablet, it will be around 300 mg or 500 mg. So that strength you will indicate. What is the dose of the active ingredient? What is the total dose of a final product? Then pharmaceutical form. Pharmaceutical form means whether it is a solid dosage form, liquid dosage form, or a suspension or a solution. So what kind of dosage form in that it is formulated, that all will be indicated in your patient information leaflet. Next, coming to therapeutic indication. So therapeutic means what? Therapeutic. So it is the use or the condition for which the medicine is used. Condition for which the medicine is authorized is nothing but the therapeutic use of the drug. The condition for which the medicine is used, it should be listed in the patient information leaflet. Apart from this section should also include any benefit information considered appropriate. Any benefit information means, suppose if you are taking that medication regularly, what benefits you can achieve. So that benefit information should be included. When whatever that is considered appropriate, that should also be included in your pill. See, for example, you will take if the patient is having diabetes, he can many like metformin, gluconorm, all these are the various drugs which are used to treat. So the condition for which the medicine is authorized, metformin is the drug. What is the condition? Diabetes. And what is the benefit if you take it daily? If there are any appropriate, that also should be listed. Then information necessary before taking the medicine. So like whenever you are taking the medicine, before that, if there are any precautions that you should follow, that should also be listed. Like for example, situations where the medicines should not be used. Since in various situations we cannot use the medicine. For example, when a tablet can be used for a middle-aged patient, the same tablet in some cases cannot be used for a geriatric and pediatric. So what are the situations in which the medicine should not be used? That should be listed. Any precautions, if you are taking that medicine, what are the precautions you should follow? That should be listed. Any warnings, and whether that medicine is having interaction with food or drug. Any interaction with food or drug, food drug interactions, drug interactions, that should be listed. Though this we have already discussed in patient counseling also. This the pharmacist also discusses, but if anything which he misses, that can be read out in the pill. Then information for specific group of patients. I have told you there are few patients in which you cannot take all the medicine. So few conditions include here whenever you are pregnant. So in pregnancy and lactation state. Lactation means what? You're feeding the newborn. So for those conditions the situations vary. So you cannot take all the medicines in that situation. So information for specific group of patients. And the medicine, if the medicine is having any effects on patient's ability to drive. See, if you have noticed this will be written on many antihistaminics, anti-allergics. So they will depress your CNS. So as a result, you will feel sleepy. So whenever you are taking few medications, you should not drive after those taking medications, because if you feel sleepy, then there is the risk for accidents increases. So those information should be known to the patient, and he should read it carefully before going, or before, if he wants to drive, he should avoid that medication. So this is information necessary before taking the medicine. Next you have dosage instructions. So dosage instructions, this we already know. Dosage instructions means what will be the route of administration, method of administration, how to take, how long to take, what, that all will be there in the dosage instructions. So same here, information about how to take the medicine. How to take means with water. You know, some medicines, like there are few powders which you need to disperse or dissolve it in milk and take. Those are a vitamin D powders, especially for kids. So information about how to take the medicine. Then ROA is nothing but your route of administration. Then this is your method of administration. How often it should be taken, once in a day or twice in a day. Then how many days in a week. Then how long the course of treatment will last. How long the course of treatment will last means, when you are taking, whether you have to take it for 9 months or 1 year, like for a specific period that will be mentioned, so that you should follow. And what to do if a dose is missed. So this I have told you, if a dose is missed and if you realize at that time only, then you can take it. But if you realize at the time of the next dose, then you should avoid the missed dose and take the next dose. And thus missed dose condition, it should not be repeated again. So same should be followed here. What to do if a dose is missed. Then if you have taken an overdose, what should be done. What to do in an event of overdose. Sometimes if you have overgulped or accidental you have taken twice, then what you should do. Risk of withdrawal effects. Risk of withdrawal effects means, whenever you are withdrawing the medicine suddenly, what effects it will have on your system, what effects will be there on your body. So that you should know, because sometimes the disease may get worsened because you have withdrawn it yourself. So you should know all the risk of withdrawal effects before withdrawing any medicine. Next, description of side effects. So this also discussed in patient counseling. Here the information about the common and rare side effects should be discussed. Okay, information about what are the common side effects which are generally observed, rare side effects which are rarely observed in few complicated cases, that will be mentioned in patient information leaflet. And what action is to be taken in case of side effects. So suppose you have to contact a physician and you can contact a pharmacist. So anything which you can take, you can take any home remedy to overcome that side effect, that all will be mentioned in your patient information leaflet. So all these should be listed by seriousness and by frequency. What do you mean by this? All these should be listed by seriousness and by frequency. That means whatever side effects are there, how much serious they are, they should be listed serious wise. Frequency wise means, suppose you are experiencing nausea, so this is your first symptom. This is most of the patients will experience. So this is your more frequent. So this should be listed first by frequency. Then suppose giddiness. The giddiness is your less frequent than nausea. So that should be listed second. So you're getting my point. All these common and rare side effects, they should be listed in a way which emphasizes that how serious they are and in which frequency they occur. In that, keeping that in mind, those side effects should be listed. Next, the last information in your patient information leaflet is additional information. Additional information, what is given apart from this in your patient information leaflet? They include information about the excipients. So you know what are excipients? Excipients are your non-drug components. Every medicine, you know, every medication is a combination of drug and non-drug components. So these non-drug components are your excipients. So these are your inert substances which are just added to provide the necessary bulk, because you know your active ingredient, it will not be in a high dose. It will be suppose 5 mg, 10 mg or 50 mg. But if you have to make 500 mg tablet, where will be the required weight come from? So that required weight is nothing but your excipients, diluents, fillers. So the excipients vary in each kind of dosage form. The excipients used in tablets vary from the excipients used in capsules, and the excipients used in liquid dosage form, they vary from the excipients used in solid dosage form. So that information about what are the excipients which are used in formulating that particular type of dosage form, that should be listed. And then description of the product. Okay, registered pack size, Storage condition. So in a storage condition should be listed with where it should be stored. They should be stored in a cool and dry place away from direct sunlight. That all need to be mentioned. And then name and address of the manufacturer. So if we observe a name dosage form, it will be obviously written manufactured by so and so pharma company located so and so place. So the address and the name will be given in every medication. So this is the additional information which is contained in a patient information leaflet. Information about the excipients, description of the product, registered pack size. That means what is the size? 60 ml. If it is a liquid dosage form, 60 ml, 100 ml, 200 ml. If it is a solid dosage form, per strip 10 tablets or 15 tablets. If it contains capsules, okay, if they contain soft gelatin capsules in a bottle, then it contains 100 soft gels in an amber colored bottles. That all should be written. Registered pack size, storage conditions, name and address of the manufacturer. So this is with the patient information leaflet, advantages, definition and the contents. Very important and very easy. Please go through it and make notes by looking at the video. This information is very less in the textbook, so please utilize the information which is given in the video. And if you have any doubts, you can ping me anytime. Thank you.